Football is back on the plains. A lot of things to talk about on today's Locked On Auburn.
You are Locked On Auburn, your daily podcast on the Auburn Tigers. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Yes, welcome on into Locked On Auburn, your daily Auburn Tigers podcast. I'm your host, Zac Blackerby. Thank you so much for making Locked On Auburn your first listen every single day. It's a Charlie Tuesday as we are joined by Auburn message board legend Charlie 5. Football practice was yesterday. We have football practice to talk about, and I think we should jump into just kind of some takeaways that we observed. You ready to rock and roll?
Before, man, you got to get my name right. It says, got me down as Lindsay on that.
Oh, my goodness gracious. I am so sorry. It's been a long day. All right.
Be very confusing. That could be very confusing because
we're ready to go. Y'all are both very handsome, but
we're both handsome. We look a lot alike.
Yep. There you go. There you go. All right. So now you ready to rock and roll?
I'm so ready.
All right. Calzada was more involved than I thought he would be.
Very.
Which I think is a good thing. Running around there with his yellow jersey on. I thought that was a big win.
Yeah, I mean, and he will be able to throw some. I mean, it's his non-throwing shoulder. You don't want to push it. You don't want to push because there is a lot of rotation there. You don't want to push a lot, but him being able to be there and go through actual reps for installs and things like that is going to help him moving forward in this competition. So he's not just like way behind.
Right.
He was going at the dead end of the line though. He was. It was TJ, I think D, maybe like Ashford, Garner, and then I think Calzada was at the end. So, but still, him going through is a big deal. I didn't expect that.
Yeah, I think that's good. Javaris Johnson,
yes,
practiced, so he's there. It was kind of all speculation, but now we know it. He is still on this football team, which, boy, isn't that a huge deal?
Huge deal, and I think he's here to stay. He really would screw himself if he went anywhere else because he cannot go anywhere else in the SEC without sitting out a year. So that's big. I think that it's probably a quick emotional deal that he went through. Maybe just trying to I don't know, see what's out there. Coaching drama, whatever. Coaching changes, losing coaches, adding new coaches. But him practicing, that's a big deal. And he could be an electric playmaker next year. Probably my favorite wide receiver on the team. Glad he's practicing.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I get that. Staying on the topic of wide receiver, Zevion Capers seems 8 inches taller than everyone else around him. I don't know how that is. I don't know why that is, but he just seems so much taller than everybody else. Yeah,
he's like a huge prototype NFL outside wide receiver. Huge kid. Once kind of piggybacking off that, I read another note where, TJ obviously was taking first team reps, got people kind of talking about his leadership. I think Capers was maybe goofing off a little bit, trying to one-handed catch, and, TJ bellows across, 2 hands, two hands. Going ahead and trying to take a leadership role. And that's a big deal. Got to have that.
I think it's great. Huge. And it sounds, I think TJ's kind of won a lot of the locker room as far as this competition goes. I know a lot of Auburn people don't want to hear that, but I don't know. I think it's a good thing. I think it's a good thing.
Anything together is a good thing right now.
I think so. Once again, staying on the topic of wide receivers, Justin Hokanson put this note up at Auburn Live. He said that he heard Ike Hilliard tell his receivers that today was that this was a bleep show today, but it'll get better.
Yeah, absolutely. That's great. And that just makes you feel warm and fuzzy inside.
Yeah, but
at least he's able to diagnose the situation quickly.
Yeah, it's like, all right, this is what I thought. Yeah,
he's able to read the room. That's good news.
Eku Leota looks like an absolute unit. He's an absolute unit, Charlie 5.
100 total.
And we'll talk about notable weight changes to the roster in a moment. But, that dude's just standing around, and it's like, that guy is an absolute unit. Holy cow. He has just transformed his body.
Totally. I mean, like I said, I don't want to spoil it, but one of the biggest weight gainers, and he doesn't like carry it like he's gained weight. He just looks like an absolute unit.
He's an absolute unit. No question about it.
Absolute unit.
Can't stress that enough. Austin Troxell started at left tackle. Brendan Coffey started at right tackle.
That was interesting. Austin Troxell, all the projections, everybody that talks about Austin Troxell just talks about how he's a prototype right tackle. And, Killian is what, all he's ever plays left tackle. So I kind of figured there could be some sort of, put that on the left, put him on the left, put Austin on the right, lock down the right. But he must be fully healthy. And to put him over there on the left, they must feel good about it. So, or either that, or they don't feel very good about Zaire yet. But I think there's going to be a lot of mixing and matching in the spring and kind of try to figure out what works best. But yeah.
But what they pick as a starting point matters. I mean, I think there's information to be had there. Does it matter a ton? No, it doesn't. But with returning starters and guys that you're expected to start, I think it's usually a pretty telling sign. But yeah, Zaire was the backup left tackle, but also the starting unit did not have Nick Brahms, and I don't think it had Brandon Council in it either.
Both of those guys are battling. I think Nick Brahms had surgery on something, his wrist or his shoulder or something like that.
He missed the Birmingham Bowl, and that's when we all kind of realized, like, oh, like maybe that's why he's starting.
Exactly. And I'm not 100%. I think Brandon is a little bit of a similar situation. He's had some lingering issues pretty much ever since he's gotten here, but he's still one of our best guys. So
still a Brandon Council podcast.
100%.
Yep. But man, it's just good to see folks out there again, and love the energy. There were cameras all over the place. Looking forward to seeing what kind of social media stuff comes out of it, the digital side of it. Did you see what the Twitter account put out this morning?
Yeah, I saw it. It was a unique, some unique opinions. Kind of all over the place. Yeah,
it looked like
it was sort of like a playoff of Michael Jordan's coming back to the NBA. It's just like a press release, and it's like
and it was a press release, but like the people you're targeting don't really know what the press releases look like. So I don't know if that was really a hit or not. And then whenever you do something, it was just, the social media team would like to say the following, and then it's just like the following was in bigger text. We're back. But when all of it behind it is white, it's so easy to meme. Because all you need to do is put a white square over it and then put whatever text you want. It's like, what are you doing?
There's going to be after the first loss, I'm just going to go ahead and predict it. There's going to be a "we suck." That's going to be on there. Just go ahead and be ready for it after the first loss. It's very memeable.
It's so memeable. But hey, whatever. That's kind of become our thing, right?
It was clever. I like it. I liked it.
It wasn't clever. It was not clever.
It was. It was very clever. It was clever.
Okay. Good.
I'm pro the "we're back," but you better not lose ever, because it will be memed. I'm just going to go ahead and say that.
All right. Who won the offseason as far as developing their bodies and gaining weight and getting ready for the 2022 season? We talk about that next right here on Locked On Auburn. I want to talk to you about our friends at Stat Hero. I tell you what, I use Stat Hero, played a few matches, a few games over the course of the weekend with conference championships, won a little money. It was a ton of fun. They've got, different types of game modes. The one I played was they gave you 2 different teams to pick from, and you pick which one you want. Stat Hero takes the other one, and whoever scores the most fantasy points wins the pot. And it was pretty fun. So be sure to check it out. Go to stathero.com right now, stathero.com/lockedon, and use promo code LOCKEDON, and you'll get a 100% deposit match. I put in $100. I got $100 courtesy of Stat Hero. So it is a no-brainer, and it's a lot of fun, obviously, with a bunch of basketball coming up. So check it out, stathero.com/lockedon. Use promo code LOCKEDON. Charlie 5. Notable weight changes.
Nothing gets me more fired up than talking about male body development. Let's go.
I love this episode once a year. Yeah.
Love it.
We get it in the fall, too, if I remember correctly.
I think so. Like, we're going to do it again.
Yeah, we are. Absolutely.
You don't think I'm going to talk about super teens bulking up? Like, let's go. I'm going to talk about it. I'm bugged hard when I look through the weight changes. I got excited.
There's a few, and I think the bigger picture to think about as we discuss this is, and John Samuel Shanker talked about this a little bit in his previous interviews with us, but he talked about, Malzahn, the previous regime, they wanted to get leaner and faster. Now they want to get bigger and stronger and faster. And so that is the fact that there is proof in the pudding of what is happening is good. And you see safeties gaining 20 pounds in an offseason because they want to knock the crap out of you. That's exciting. That's exciting. So all right, who do we want to overreact about first?
Okay, so the first one, and this is he may not make a big impact this year, but just one that probably shocked me the most. Because I guess I didn't realize A, he was this tall, and B, he was this big. But our freshman, one of the first freshman offensive tackle that we signed in like 12 years, Colby Smith, in last year's signing class, 6'8", 324.
He's up 10, right? Up 10
pounds. Up 10 pounds. But 6'8", 324 as a redshirt freshman offensive tackle. That's got to make you feel good about the future. I mean, that is prototype right there. That's over prototype is what that is. So
that's a great
Colby Smith being 6'8", 324. Holy cow, what a big child.
Can I keep it? I'm going to keep it in the trenches here, and I'm going to go with Marcus Harris. He is up 15 pounds, and if he kept that same level of first step and explosion off of that first step at 6'3", 294, hello NFL draft. Seriously.
Hello.
And
6'3", 294.
Yeah, and the fact of where he's playing with next to him is either going to be Derek Hall or Ekuliota, who is an absolute unit, may I add, and then Colby Wooden is going to be on you're not going to be able to double team anybody. So Marcus Harris against the guard. I mean, if he can keep that size and keep that first step that he had a season ago that really came on over the course of last season, that's delicious. That is absolutely delicious.
Oh, 100%. Absolutely. Absolutely. I want to roll on over into the defensive backfield, which, by the way, length everywhere. 6'1" and above. It seems like lot of long DBs in the backfield. One in particular that I remember this kid at high school, and he was recruited as an athlete, and he just had an electric highlight film. He played like quarterback, wide receiver, running back, defense. Zion Puckett.
Yeah,
he's rolling into his junior season. Super athlete. It started the light really started to come on last year. Up 18 pounds. He's 6 foot, 227 safety. That is a targeting death penalty waiting to happen. He could absolutely blow your face off.
And he moves so well.
Yes.
18 pounds is a lot. Like, that is a ton. And so it kind of makes you wonder. It's like, I hope he keeps his range, his ability to kind of cover ground. But on the same topic of this, Cayden Bridges, he's up 21 pounds. He's now 6'1", 202. And it's just like, man, that I don't think that's something we would have seen at Auburn pre-Harsin. Our DBs gaining that much weight. They want you to be big, and they want you to hit the stew out of folks.
Love it. Cayden Bridges, that was one of those late additions that we added, kind of at the last minute when Harsin was hired, and he's putting in the work, bulking up, and that's definitely a good one.
He was one of the early guys in Harsin's tenure.
Yeah. If I'm not
mistaken. Did you say that he was a bridge between coaching staffs?
Oh,
Cayden Bridges?
Many bridges. He was multiple.
Yeah,
multiple.
Compare him to a bridge right now.
Golden Gate.
What is it called? Golden Gate Bridge?
The Golden Gate Bridge. There you go.
It's my favorite bridge, probably.
It's tall, and so is Cayden Bridges. He's 6'2".
Yep.
That's
and also the Golden Gate Bridge gained 21 pounds last season.
They did.
I don't know how.
They repaved it from what I understand.
It was exactly 21 pounds. So that's kind of crazy to think about.
When you net out the new pavement versus the old, it was 21 pounds.
21 pounds different.
Yeah.
Coincidence? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I'm surprised you didn't start with Cam Riley. I'm going to be honest.
He was my number one, but that's who I was going to next. Cam Riley. This child is 6'5", 230. pounds. And today he got a lot of snaps at the edge position. And this kid can fly. Like, he played wide receiver in high school.
Right.
Absolutely fly. He returned kickoffs in high school. He played wide receiver in high school. He's really, I feel like he's one of
in high school.
What's that?
What? He stole your girl? What?
He could if he wanted to. Unbelievable athlete. I've been kind of waiting. He seems like a kid who he was big in high school, but like still hasn't like fully stopped growing. Like, he kind of he's hitting a growth spurt. And to be 6'5", 230, he's only up, 11, 12 pounds, but still 6'5", 230. And I'm sure he's absolutely jacked, fast, getting lineup, getting playing time at edge right now. He's going to play inside as well at linebacker. Very versatile kid. He's only a junior. And like, I feel like this is the year he's fully sort of like matured into his body, and he's just going to absolutely explode. Get that child on the field, 6'5", 230. Let's go. That is a beast linebacker.
Yeah, and if he's playing the edge, I think it's interesting. Who does that open up to play next to Owen? And to me, I think it may open up a path for Eugene Asante, the North Carolina transfer, which we have not talked about a ton on this show.
Yeah.
But I think that's a name that we should be saying more on this show than we have been.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He'll probably be your starter beside Owen for sure.
Yeah, especially if Cam Riley is kind of seen as an edge guy, because that just tells me they want to field. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
That just tells me like, all right, Cam Riley, we got to find a spot for you.
Yeah.
And so I think that's great. And it builds depth, because we've kind of seen what's happened in the past where it's like, okay, if one linebacker goes down, it's just like they're just not going to rotate guys anymore. And that needs to change.
Oh, yeah. There's several guys that are very versatile. I feel like there's a lot of guys that are versatile that could play outside linebacker or drop down, play rush end, edge. There's a lot of guys that are in that. We have a lot of those 6 foot to 6'2", 215 to 220 guys. We have several of those, and then we got some longer guys that can play both ways. And they can play inside or outside, which is great for especially when we want to kind of have a 3-4-ish type defense where you can have more athletic outside linebackers to either drop in coverage or get after people. We have the dudes to do it. We have the dudes to do it, and that's exciting. Defense, it could be a lot of fun this year.
Zakivius Walker gained 15 pounds. He's now 6'4", 304, which tells me now he can play multiple positions. Talk about versatility. I mean, this is a guy that was playing defensive end, and he can still do that. He just won't need to as much. But he can play 3 technique and nose now.
And I think he was dinged up a little last year. His freshman year, he played a lot inside. Like, he played a lot where maybe like a Marcus Harris plays his freshman year. So, this dude is a monster. 6'4", 304. I mean, that's getting in Derek Brown territory. Like, let's go, Zakivius Walker. This could be his breakout. I actually believe this will be his breakout year. He will definitely be an impact. Thinking about the defensive line rotation is you throw when you factor in a Jeffrey Imba and then your trustees that your trustees that have been there. Like, it's could be a fun little interior rotation that we have going.
Yeah, and I just think, and I'm nitpicking here, but when you say breakout for any of these guys, it's like, I don't know how much they can break out because of the snap count's going to be lower, because I don't think Zakivius Walker is going to be an every down guy.
No, but they're going to be fresh. Oh boy, are they going to be fresh.
Yep, absolutely. I think he's going to be great on early downs. I don't know if 3rd and 12, if you have him, or 3rd and 8. I don't know if you really have him on the field or not.
Right.
Just because of the way the roster shaped up. Because you're going to have guys like Ekuliota, who is up 17 pounds. He's 6'4".
Absolute unit.
He's an absolute unit. 6'4", 257, and just towering over people in warm-ups and in practice today. So,
beast.
I'm really pumped for Eku. He's going to be outstanding this year. Anybody else before we move on into some notable number changes?
No, I mean, those are I really did like, this isn't much of a change, but I love to see your freshman quarterback at 6'3", 212, 215. Like, wow. Your true freshman quarterback, Holden Gierner. is like already prototype NFL size as a true freshman. So like, man, he could be special.
Yeah,
he could be special.
Right.
And he is handsome.
More on Holden Garner in just a second. Actually, that's what we'll open up our next topic with. But I want to tell you guys about Run Your Pool. March Madness is here. The Tigers, if you feel good about how their bracket is in front of them, and I do, I think they've got a pretty good path to the Elite Eight for sure. Go over to runyourpool.com and fill out a bracket and create a pool for your friends, your family, your work group, whatever it may be. And also while you're there, be sure to join our bracket pool at runyourpool.com/lockedon. Play against us for a shot at a cash prize. You can win up to $1,800 just for winning this pool. And while you're there, create a pool for your friends and family. Enter the code Pure Madness at checkout for $10 off your custom pool. I've been playing around with this website going into the bracket being announced. It's a ton of fun. I'm running my family bracket there as well. So check that out at runyourpool.com/lockedon and compete against us to win up to $1,800. We look forward to seeing you there. Also, today's show brought to you by BetOnline. It's that time of year. You're going to wager on your sports. So head over to betonline.net to see how and see all of the odds for your favorite team or really just every single team in the NCAA tournament. It's awesome. It's worth it. It is the easiest place to wager on sports. BetOnline, where the game starts. Charlie 5.
Yes, sir.
Numbers came out. Notable numbers.
Oh, yeah.
Holden Garner wearing number 12 is just the most gutsy, ballsy thing ever. Anytime a quarterback wears number 12, you know what that tells me? It tells me I think I'm awesome. And I'm
I think so. Oh, yeah. A little Tom Brady repping.
Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Andrew Luck. I mean, it's just if you were
Brandon Cox.
Yeah, legend. So the whole you just can't.
I think he was 12.
I think he was too. I think yeah, I'm picturing him holding up, the 6 or whatever. 12. But yeah, the you can't wear 12 and not have a little moxie. You know what I'm saying? Totally. As a quarterback. Totally. As a quarterback.
So I got a favorite number too, whenever you're ready.
Okay, go ahead.
This is my favorite number change. John Samuel Shanker goes from 47 to 25. He is going to be so much faster. A 25 versus a 47 in a race wins every single time. He is going to be blazing in the 2.5. I love it. I love it. Name an electric number 47 ever. Go.
I can't.
Yeah, I can't either. If I really think about 25, I bet we can find one. We can find zero. Probably a running back though. It's probably a running back. But who cares?
Reggie Bush 25?
He was 25 in the NFL. I believe. Yeah. He's going to be as fast as Reggie Bush at tight end.
That's a big deal.
He's going to be faster.
Confirmed.
It's science. 25s or 20s are faster than 40s every single time.
I'm looking at this list of best 47s ever.
Yeah.
And not a whole lot's coming up. Not going to lie to you.
Yeah. I mean, there you go. That's science.
I still don't like it. It's going to take me until like the Iron Bowl to like get used to that.
It'll be kind of weird, but it'll definitely. Richard Sherman, 25. There you go. Boom.
Wow. We've got Richard Sherman at tight end. There we go.
There it works. It works. Automatically got faster.
Zach Calzada is number 10. That's what he wore at A&M. So not anything crazy there.
It's kind of funny though.
Why is that funny?
I don't know. That we just kind of immediately gave somebody number 10.
Oh, yeah.
As quick as we possibly could.
Though Knicks existed. Yep, that's right though. Yeah. He did wear number 10, didn't he?
Yep.
Michael Riley Ducker.
Yeah, go ahead.
Michael Riley Ducker wearing number 84 now.
I like that.
I love anytime a pass catcher wears 84. I'm all about it.
It's good news. It's good news.
You were about to say the other really good one.
Jason Jones, 99. He needed every inch of number to cut. Like he needed the most. Like he's the biggest, so he needed
fabric, baby. Let's
the
go.
most fabric on the team. This dude is a monster. Give him 99. He needed every inch to fill that thing up. Let's go 99.
I love it. No, seriously, I absolutely love that. Anytime a big defensive lineman wears number 99, give it to me. I think it's fantastic. And so he's just going to be, in the middle of the defensive line, just clogging up everything. I think it's going to be great. Sporting 99. I think that's fantastic. Those are all the ones I wrote down. Do you have any more you want to?
Those are by far the best ones. I mean,
I don't think we'll see it this year, but JD Rhyme wearing 5. I love that.
Smooth. Yeah, both of the 5s, Jay Fair and JD Rim or JD Rhyme, however you say it.
Yeah.
Both of those. I love 5 as a wide receiver, and I love it as a DB. It's awesome. Absolutely, absolutely awesome. Jeffrey Imba, 95, just seems like a unit number. Oh, sorry, not a unit. We'll just say
what would a unit number be? If you were an absolute unit, you would probably wear 55, right?
55, yeah. If you're an absolute unit, you wear 55. If you were just a very well put together human, you'd just wear 95. If you're a big human, you'd wear 95. That's Jeffrey Imba.
Cayden Bridges was 26, but then he lost 21 pounds, so therefore he has to wear 20 now. That's just math.
He got faster. He got faster, just like that.
That makes sense. That makes sense for sure. So
it does to me.
No, it's fun. Football is back. We actually got some news today to discuss, and so that was fun. But do you have anything else before we wrap this thing up?
I think that's it, man. This is my favorite thing to talk about, probably about football. I loved, my favorite part on NCAA football was when you would do the after you go through the offseason, and it was like where your skills and your weight and everything went up. That was my favorite part, to get to hit that button and like let it simulate and everybody jump up. Some people went from like an 88 to a 95. You got a +7. That was awesome.
Right.
I love that. Love that kind of stuff.
Yep. That's what happened. That's exactly what happened. So, how can people find you here? You support you, all that good stuff, brother.
Yeah, dude. Find me on Twitter at _Charlie_5, auburnlive.com, the corner message board. You can find me in the Locked On Auburn Discord, the most underrated, awesome place ever. Locked On Auburn. Link is in the description. And Monday, Wednesday, Friday on the Dad Bod Golf Pod.
Let's go. Charlie 5 joining us for a Charlie Tuesday. Thank you so much, brother. You can follow me on Twitter at Zac Blackerby Show, on Twitter at Locked On Auburn, on Instagram at Auburn Podcast. We're putting more stuff up on TikTok if you're into that sort of thing. We're everywhere. This has been Locked On Auburn. Let's go.